Hi guys, it's Ella, and today I figured I would do a tag for you. It's not a tag that I was actually tagged in, but it's the Harry Potter spell tag. Like I'm not gonna do the Harry Potter spell tag? Come on. Um, it had my name written all over it. I've got the questions, I've got the books all stacked up. I know they're in the frame, just go with it. So let's just hop right in because these are pretty great. The first one is Expecto Patroneum, which is a childhood book connected to good memories. And that one I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Notice how this is not in English. I know, because I didn't read this in English, although I do own the hardback first edition of this book. This is the book that got me into reading. My mom got it for me for Christmas. Um, and that's really what started all of this. So I have really good memories associated with that book. The next one is Expelliarmus, the book that took you by surprise. And the one that I have for that one is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I didn't expect to like this book, and I really, really enjoyed it. I guess I was a little daunted by the fact that it's a book written essentially by a girl that has committed suicide. She creates 13 tapes and leaves it for 13 people with all the reasons why she committed suicide on these tapes. I really didn't expect to like it, but I definitely did. I picked this up for a reading challenge that I was doing. Ended up not completing the challenge, but the book was good, so that's great. Number 3, Prior Incantato, the last book you read. And I'm going to show you the book that I am still currently reading, which is The Shipbreaker by Paolo Bacigalupi. Ooh, book fell. Still trying to fight my way through this. I'm probably going to do a book review when I'm done, so just keep your eyeballs peeled for that. Just because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about this book out there. I got into reading this book and I guess I was misled and I thought it was about something different than it actually was. So that's what I'm reading. Next one is Alohamora, a book that introduced you to a genre you had not considered before, and that would be The Book That Fell, which is Looking for Alaska by John Green. Before this book, I never really considered reading anything contemporary or really wanting to. I think I got this book on sale or on bargain or something, and I've heard I heard so many great things about it that I picked it up. And while I didn't like the story, I liked the concept of the story. I guess you could say the fact that these characters were so lifelike, and I really, even though the book is really quite small, I really got into it and I started loving the characters, and I that's what really got me into reading more of contemporary. The next one, number 5, is Riddikkulus, a funny book you've read, and that will have to go to Sapphire Blue by Kirsten Gear. This is the second book in the Ruby Red trilogy. I laughed so hard when I was reading this. At some point, I was trying to it was the middle of the night and I was reading and I was trying not to wake everybody up, and so I was trying to stifle my giggles and just not be obnoxiously loud. Just some of the stuff that Gwen does. Gwen is the main character in the book. Some of the stuff that she says, who says that? I mean, it's really great. The entire series is really great. It's about a time traveler, essentially. That's all you need to know. Really great books. The whole series is really great, but this one I have to say was probably my favorite and the funniest. Sonorus, a book you think everyone should know about, and that would be The Horde by Anne Aguirre. I can never say that. This is the third book in the Razorland trilogy. You can't really see the cover. Alright, it's the third book in the Razorland trilogy. I know that a lot of people don't like this trilogy. I absolutely love it. It is a dystopian. It mixes zombies and different cultures, I think you could refer to them. And just the ending of this book was beautiful. The story really sucks you in. It's I'm surprised more people don't read this. And while it is a little bit controversial for some people, just because some of the stuff that happens in the first book can be taken as a little bit inappropriate, maybe, I loved it. And I think more people need to read it. And there you go. The first book is Enclave, the second book is Outpost, and this is the third book that just came out in the beginning, at the end of last year, actually. Okay, now we have Obliviate, a book or spoiler you would like to forget have read. And that would be a book, and it would be Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I did read the spoiler before I started the book, but I just want to forget the whole thing. It was painful, it was not pleasant, it was boring, I didn't like it. I've rambled and ranted about this book. Let's just move on. Me and this book we don't. While it has a pretty cover and Divergent and Insurgent are amazing books, me and this book just don't. Okay, next we have Imperio, a book you had to read for school. And this is actually a little bit funny because I had to hunt my bookshelves for this book, for anything really that I had to read for school. It's been so long since I finished high school. I'm way too old for this. Anyway, this is Nancy Drew, The Secret of Shadow Ranch by Carolyn Keene. Nancy Drew. I read it for middle school, which has been way too long ago for me to tell you. Point is, they're cute little books. I like the Nancy Drew books. I think more people should read them to their kids, or more kids should read them, because while they are old, and Nancy sure does a lot of eating in these books, so it's full of like dinner scenes, I think they're good reads. And, Nancy's a decent person. What's so bad about that? And they're mysteries. Okay, next we have Crucio, a book that was painful to read. And this literally brought me physical pain to read. It was crossed by Ali Condi. I wasn't a fan of the trilogy at all. I was waiting for some books to come in the mail, didn't have anything to read, which is pretty shocking. Saw these covers, fell in love, had to have it, and I did hear some people talk about it, and they said they loved it, and I picked it up, and I hated. From like 50 pages into the first book on, I pretty much hated it. Painful and brutal. I remember reading this book with one of my friends. She was reading something else, I was reading this, and she just kept laughing because I kept, rolling my eyes and just sighing, and just, it wasn't pretty. Painful. Physically painful. The next one, number 10, is Avada Kedavra, a book that could kill. Interpret it as you will. And I have The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I will not lie, I haven't even read this book, but it's huge. Stephanie Meyer has really big books. Let's see. It's got 619 pages, but the print is quite small, so clonk somebody over the head with this bad boy. They're gonna be out instantly. Huge book. And it's a hardcover, so double whammy there. The next one, 11, is Aguamenti, a book that made you cry. And for this one, there is only one book in the entire world that I will ever pick for cry touching category, and unless there's, two questions for the same, or along the same lines, and that would be Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I didn't cry while I was reading this book. I wept. Just complete tears and snot and sobbing and just the whole shebang. This book, this is my one literary love, Harry Potter is. However, this book was so touching, and J.K. Rowling's writing, it's Harry Potter, just love. But the part, if you've read Harry Potter, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you need to. But I open at the close, broke my heart. Couldn't even take it. I don't even want to talk about it. Just the Deathly Hallows. Alright, next one we have Geminio, a book that you have more than one copy of, and that would be Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Funny thing. So I own 2 copies of this. I actually bought Cinder on Amazon. It was a bargain book. I've heard great things. And then the book club that I was a part of, or still am a part of on Goodreads, was having her as like doing like an author Q&A. And so I was like, alright, I'll read it. Alright. Love. Just completely fell in love. And so I wanted it in hardcover. And then I saw it on Book Outlet in hardcover for like $4, and I got it in hardcover, so I have 2. I also own 2 copies of Scarlet. I own a signed paperback copy and a hardcover that isn't signed, that might be signed. I'm actually going to a book signing for Marissa Meyer. She is on her Cress book tour, and she is actually stopping by the frozen tundra that is Colorado. And so I am going to the book signing. Super excited. Super duper excited. That's Sunday. I'm sure I will mention it again in another video because I want to show you my pretty cover of Cress, and complete fangirl moment. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's just move on. The next, number 13, is Jelly Legs Jinx, a fiction romance that made you weak in the knees. And that would be Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This is the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. A book was falling. I got it. It's fine. It's fine. Now, before everybody just assumes that it's Will Herondale, it's not. It's the romance with Jem. And I know, everybody loves Will, but I'm completely, firmly, 100% Team Nice Guy. I'm sorry. I was also Team Jacob in Twilight. I was completely and utterly on Peeta's side in the Hunger Games. Jem. Jem broke my heart in the best way possible. Just, That's not to say that the romance in this book with Will was bad. Just, Jem. How adorable. Right? Am I the only one who thinks that? Somebody let me know down in the comments below, just because I cannot be the only one that wanted her to initially end up with Jem. I won't say more than that because I'm going to start giving stuff away. So, great book. Definitely recommend. Jem. Alright, next we have Locomotor, a book you found moving, and that would be Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. And this was a really cute, this is a really short book, zombie book. I'm sure, it's been made into a movie, so everybody knows about it. Really cute, and I think just the suspension of your ideas about zombies and all of that, it's definitely a nice take on zombie. Anything, really. Stories, books, movies, anything. It's really cute. It's really short. I do want to get the prequel to this book. Cannot find it anywhere. Is that like a British and Australian thing? Somebody should let me know that too, because I cannot find it anywhere. And it's called The New Hunger, by the way. Anyway, super cute book. Definitely moving, the ending. It's always the ending. Always. And then number 15, which is the last one, is Incendio, a book that made you angry. And that would be Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. I found this book unnecessary, to be quite honest. Once Bella decided to be with Edward, what was the point? Turn her into a vampire, call it a day. The baby, the imprinting, and this is a big puppy. I mean, and I was really excited to read this, and it was just bad. No. Just no. And yes, I am a Twilight fan, but this book just killed it for me a little bit. And the movies? Don't even get me started on the movies. Alright. So that is all I have. Let me know what some of your books are. I am going to put the questions down in the description bar below. I tag you to do this video. You know, even if you haven't read the Harry Potter series, or if you hated the Harry Potter series, it's still a really great tag, and just do it. I hope you enjoyed the video and hearing me ramble on about all my books, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye!